We're back with new Super Mario Bros. U, and before we continue, I want to say that it's been a heck of a ride, and right now it all comes down to this. Only one world remains and Bowser's Doom Ship has been sunk. So without further ado, let's check out World 8. I really didn't foresee this. Anyway, let's get started with the first level of Peach's Castle, Meteor Mode. And let me tell you, I had a really hard time going through this whole level. Why do I say that? Because look at what you're seeing right now. You're seeing like meteors falling down, you're seeing platforms moving like vertically. It's just crazy. I really mean it, it is crazy. And I not only mess up at times, but this is where the ultimate test comes in. You've made it this far, guess what? Welcome to hell. And I'm not saying that because of the fact that I'm paying tribute to James Rolfe's Super Mario Bros. 3 review, but I'm just saying the fact that every 8th world, or 6 if you're counting New Super Mario Bros. 2, it's like you just entered hell. I really mean it. And the scary thing about this level is because you see Princess Peach's castle on the background, and you're like, now this is no laughing matter. This is where things really get worse, and you're now put to the ultimate test so that way you can make it, reach Bowser, and beat the game. And I think I know for certain that getting the third and final star coin is a major doozy, especially when it's so low to the ground. And I thought to myself, I screwed that up. Oh, it's nothing. It's really nothing. The only reason why I'm trying to get all 3 star coins is so that way I can be able to reach and get the secret exit. Why? You'll see what I mean when I beat it. Because quite frankly, it really wasn't easy trying to do this. And I'm waiting for the platforms to rise up again, and then I keep moving. But you also got to watch out for these meteorites, small and like large meteorites. They just really drive you nuts, and that's one of the reasons why I really dislike Meteor Mode. And a lot of people hate it because of the fact that you have to really want to be patient. You got to be patient so that way you can make it. Though if you move slightly forward, you'll be able to progress. And now the clock's ticking. To get access to the secret exit in World 8-1, you need to keep on moving fast and quick. And since I did that, there's like a hidden pipe when you reach the end, and you'll be able to head up there. Now, this last part was actually pretty easy. You have to time your jumps right, and you'll be able to make it. Like so. Though I was a second late because I really wanted to get like some added power-ups. Though the extra power-ups you earn depends on the last 2 digits on the clock. So if it's like 11, 22, or 33, you'll get yourself a power-up. Though most times I get around 6, and what I get's a mini mushroom. If it was 7, then I would get a super acorn. And so on. By finding the secret exit in World 8-1, you will be able to unlock a passageway which leads you to World 8-4. Now, what I'm supposed to do now is basically go through the main route, like getting the main exit. Now, let me tell you, I've reached at a point in this level where I could basically speedrun it like it's nothing. I'm not kidding. It took me a few tries trying to beat this level. Though the first time I did it, I died, and I was just so very mad. I thought preparing myself and stocking up was a good idea. Too bad it wasn't. Anyway, by the time I've beaten this entire game, yeah, I've beaten the entire game, and you'll see the results of the fruits of my labor in part 2, which is the conclusion of the main game. Truth is, it's not really the conclusion. I have one more video, and then I'm going to take a break from New Super Mario Bros. U, since there is, in fact, one other thing I need to do. You notice the nabbits that I first encountered in World 1? Well, it turns out there are actually nabbits in all 7 worlds, except for number 8. I don't know why number 8 wasn't in it, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. And like that, I make it through like easy. I'll explain the nabbits thing in a bit, especially on the next episode after part 2 of Peach's Castle, but you'll see what I mean. And I cleared it without taking damage. I make it look easy. I make it look ridiculously easy. And then I keep getting comments saying that I suck. I'm not kidding. Why? It's a shame. Anyway, we're now tackling Magma River Cruise. And Magma River Cruise is as tough as they say because you're quite frankly on a cruise. If you notice on the bottom of the cruise itself, there are actually a number. Like depending on how many passengers you have. Like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then when it hits 0, it stops. And that could really harm you because truth is, while you're passing through this cruise, sorry, I'm just trying to say the name right, it's just so hard. Yes, this is post-commentary, but it's also unscripted, meaning that you're just hearing my feelings on a lot of things. Anyway, as you progress, there's like some sort of smog, and that smog is basically instant death. You touch it, you die. That's simple. And your job is to make it all the way to the right, so that way you can be able to, like, complete the level, get all the star coins, etc. You get my point, right? Anyway, I decided to head on upwards, and it looks like there's some hidden passages to get coins, though it's only a minor thing, and I really took my chances on that too. I gotta watch out though, because these blargs are a pain in the butt. Though you can actually shrink the blargs by using repeated ice flowers. Why repeated ice flowers? I think it makes sense, since we're dealing with things that are like pure lava. And we gotta look out for these buzzy beetles. These buzzy beetles that hang out above, and they strike down from below. Yes, I get hit, which is my fault. So, anyway, let us continue. And at this point, this is where I'm at 0, and I gotta move fast, because if I don't, that smog there is gonna, like, cause a really big problem for me. Anyway, I got my hands on the second star coin, so... Anyway, if I had a chance to express my feelings on New Super Mario Bros. U, it'd be pretty simple. It's a pretty good game if you're playing it by yourself. It's a really good challenge, and you actually will enjoy it. Though truth is, if you have like more people, then the co-op gameplay is a lot of fun. I know, you could just watch Purple Rodri's 4-player playthrough of the game, and you can tell how hilarious and unpredictable it is when multiplayer. Especially since sometimes your opponent, your friends, can sometimes help you in some cases, but sometimes they could be a little problematic. Yeah, I'm just saying this from experience because about a year or two ago, when I went to see my girlfriend on vacation, we played New Super Mario Bros. Wii 2-player co-op, and it was really unpredictable. Quite frankly, I was the one that was doing at least a little better, though Shelby at times did a lot better when we co-opted Resident Evil: The Dark Side Chronicles. Yeah, she is a pretty good shot. Anyway, I've already gotten all 3 star coins, and I made it to the end. Now, as I was saying, well, me and my girlfriend spent a lot of time. Before I went home last year, we played a co-op of Rayman Origins, and Rayman Origins is a really fun game. It's really enjoyable, and I really like it. And we never even gotten that far. The farthest we got was, I think, the second world. It's a shame, because it would have been a lot of fun if we beat the game, but fate has other plans. Anyway, we're now ready for the 3rd area, and this is when I decided that enough's enough. I decided to go Super Acorn for this, because we're about to experience some rising tides of lava. And this level is no exception, that was too close, because quite frankly, I nearly got myself killed because of the rising lava. Yes, this level can be a real pain in the butt if you don't know what you're doing. So, for safety's sake, I decided instead to get myself an acorn and just progress through the level without a care in the world. Sometimes if you're really that dang good, you could actually be able to, like, progress through it with a certain item that you would not normally expect, and you'll be able to progress no problem. In this case, it's the Super Acorn, and the Super Acorn really does deliver. Why am I saying this? Because it's true. Look at it. I've already made it far, but that's nothing, believe me. Anyway, I had to find... I decided not to get the P-switch on account that sometimes I would mess up, since I could just use the Super Acorn and just keep on moving at a fast speed. And yeah, you have to keep on moving, because if the lava rises, it means instant death and you're done. And I took the checkpoint because I needed it. Though if I didn't, I would have to go through all that all over again. And I don't want to go through that, believe me. And look at that. I keep on going and I make it look easy. I'm just saying, but you get my point, right? Anyway, along with this and Super Mario 3D Land, yes, Super Mario 3D Land, I believe, is next week. Have no fear, everyone, I will get to it. And looks like to get the last star coin, if you're Acorn Mario, just say screw it, ascend up, and that's it. Pretty simple. Though if you don't, you only get 1 shot, and if you mess up, that could be a really, really big problem. I'm just saying because it's the truth. I already looked up on the IGN on the guides, and they said that if you don't have it, you gotta wait for the enemy to drag down and then to attack you. And then when you reach a certain enough distance, you can jump on it, and the boost from the jump should be like enough to be able to like make it up there. And with that, we complete Area 3, and it was actually pretty easy, and I didn't even get hit once. I'm just saying it because I have a lot of experience. If anyone says otherwise, ignore them. They're of little concern. And I could pretty much care less on what some people might think. Anyway, this leads you up to the castle, but we're not finished yet. We still have 1 more area to go through. Yes, I believe this world is actually the shortest, since it has 6 areas, but it's not. Now we have to tackle Firefall Cliffs, and let me tell you, I really had a hard time with this level. And this is one of the reasons why. As you progress through the level, this level is a scrolling level, but it can sometimes head up in different directions. Like, it can head up right, and then it will head straight up, and if you don't know what you're doing, those meteorites can actually hurt you, and that could really be a pain in the butt to you. I'm just saying because, well, I had a hard time with this level, and when I had, like, previous attempts at doing it, I died, and I was really angry. I'm just saying, believe me. Anyway, I'm progressing rather well, since I gotta watch out for the meteors, especially the big ones, since they cover, like, a huge amount of space. And I got myself another acorn suit, since I'm now acorn again. And I gotta watch out because these meteors are dangerous. Now this question block here has a star. You gotta time and wait for it, and then you get it. Though if you're not careful, you can end up losing it. Though if you could wait a while, I think you could just like hit that blocks up there and get another like hidden star. It's gonna really help you now in the long run, believe me. And I'm just literally having fun with this, blasting these meteorites, since they can only be taken down with stars. Though I should have waited till later on to actually do it, but if I waited too late, the block would have been destroyed, and that would have been bad. Though I don't think it really matters, since they helped me cross through one section. The next section is going to be a major pain. I'm just saying this for sure. Now this next part here is where things really go downhill. The scrolling portion is now going to go up vertically, and you got to watch out though, because if you time your jump a bit too late, you could end up getting hit by the meteorites, and you could end up losing not just your powers, but also you could end up losing a life. That's lame. And like that, I got hit, even though I was moving away from it. And I'm like, why did I get hit? I swear, did they have like a huge hitbox for this sort of thing? This next part here is all luck-based, since quite frankly, I could just hit that green ring and get like some extra lives. But I decided against it on account that I have 99 lives at this point. Yes, I do die here. Do I care that I die? No, I don't. All I care about was completing the level, and that's that. Though if you know what you're doing, you'll do fine. I just kept on moving. I just thought to myself, if I could beat this, then I'm happy. I would at least complete the entire game by getting every star coin. And this last part here, this is where I literally kept saying to myself, if I don't do something fast, I'm going to die. So I have to like keep moving to the right, using the alcoves to avoid the meteorites, and then I could be able to make it. It was way too close for comfort, believe me. And like that, I got all 3 star coins. It was just crazy, I'm just saying, because it took me so many tries just to try to at least beat this level that I really got myself very upset. Yeah, it could happen at sometimes, but in some cases I could get like really angry, really fast, and it could literally ruin my focus, and I'd be forced to do it all over again. Yes, there are some times where I just want to like go through it despite a death and such, but there are other times that I don't, and that makes me really upset. Now, before I progress through the level, I decided instead to get my hands on an ice flower. Why did I switch to the ice flower when I could just use an acorn? There's a reason for that, and I end up losing both of them anyway, so now we're taking a red-hot elevator ride. Yeah, it's using the music from the castle levels of... Every time you go on a castle level, this theme plays, and I really like the theme. Though in New Super Mario Bros. 2, they added a little beat to it with the leaf beat. When you have Raccoon Mario, it adds a leaf beat, and it's just really catchy, and I enjoy it. Anyway, the whole point of this level is that you need to keep on going as high as possible, avoiding enemies and sometimes coins, since even if it touches it, it stops, and that can be really bad. You can use the Wiimote to move left and right, though you have to be cautious, since you have to also move along with it, because if you don't move fast enough, the lava will get to you and it will kill you, and you don't want to go through that, believe me. Anyway, I keep on moving higher as possible. I have to keep being focused because I'm going to watch out for these electric currents. These electric currents that when they hit you, they put you at a stun state and you can end up losing your power-up. See that? I ended up losing my ice flower, and that's a shame. Though I already made it all the way upwards, since I can now move fast and hit the P-switch so that way I can progress. Though truth is, I could just whack the blocks again and again just to open a passageway. That would have worked too, but I really didn't, so I regret that. And I get myself another ice flower. I have to move fast before the bridge starts dropping down. And now things get worse because now I gotta deal with bomb-bombs, and there are a lot of them. There are a lot of bomb-bombs, and you could just freeze the bomb-bombs so that way you could just throw them off and such. But if there are too many of them, expect to drop down to the lava and die, and you don't want to go through that. Anyway, I got the second star coin just by following the blue coin arrows, since it was pretty easy in my opinion. The last one, you need to keep yourself to the right. Now, I do have to say that I really like this game a lot, and I'm saying this from personal experience since I played New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, and I played New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS, and I have a lot of experience with games like these. I'm just saying because I can make it look easy, but sometimes it's not. When I did my previous run on New Super Mario Bros. 2 without the capture card, the quality looked bad, but I was a bit careless, and I really took a lot of time on it. It just really wanted to it just sucks. But it doesn't really matter by this point since I'm actually progressing a lot better. And that was too close for comfort. Thank God, it really was too close. And since I got all 3 star coins, there's no reason for me to keep on going. Well, I'm at the end, so what's the point of that? And that's about it, I guess, since I'm done here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time with this. Just hit the flag, despite the fact I fail. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for part 2. Take care.